Welcome to the FinLab podcast, your go-to source for every financial literacy insights.
This podcast is part of the Pintar Uang campaign, where we believe that smart money habits start with the right knowledge. Whether you're a student, a young professional, or just someone looking to take control of your finance, we've got you covered.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our Fintech podcast. And today we are very honored to have Pak Christian Lasmana, the head of lending from Dana. And today we're going to have digital payment as our main topic discussion. So welcome, Pak. Thank you so much for your time and joining our podcast today. Okay, so starting off with digital payment. In your opinion, sir, how did digital payment systems get introduced or integrated into society, and what made its transition so simple but also very impactful for a lot of people?
Okay, so right now I'm going back to the basic a little bit, right? So number of adult population in Indonesia is 180 million. And most of them, the average age of Indonesians is 30 to 31, right? So it's like your age and my age split by two, right? So they are the right target audience for this digital, right? And pandemic, the COVID 2020 to 2022, 2023 has accelerated all that, right? So now everybody is using digital, right? When is the last time we go to branch for depositing money, right? Like me, like almost 1 year ago. Right? Never, right? So everybody is doing digital already now. Now is the time. Now is the right momentum for everybody to use digital, and they are digital savvy people already, actually.
Yeah, I agree on that as well. For the next one, there are a lot of digital payment tools that users can use nowadays. Yeah, especially like Curis, for instance. If I'm not mistaken, Dana has also utilized Curis in their company. So, can you explain what Curis is and how does it work, especially in Dana?
Yeah, so Curis is as simple as payment tools for us. Is one of Indonesia proud thing actually, right? We are starting this Curis. You guys know how many customers that we have on Curis now? Give me a guess.
Millions of users.
Quote me one number.
100 million?
100 million. Okay. Jolene?
Maybe around 80 million.
Rafid?
I'm thinking of 1 billion.
1 billion. Indonesia adult population is 180 million. Indonesia Curis,
Yeah.
not the global Curis.
110.
Okay. You guys are super optimistic guys. That's okay. We have 56 million Curis customer in Indonesia. Now, if you want to understand the magnitude of that, right? The whole credit card in Indonesia is only 20 million something customer, and they have been in Indonesia for 3 decades. Compared to Curis, we started I think around 2019, only 4-5 years now. We already have 56 million customer and 38 million merchants accepted in Indonesia. Right? That's that kind of magnitude. And if that is not enough, right? Per month, credit card transaction is around 28 trillion. Credit card, right? Curis is 87 trillion, 3 times of credit cards. And again, credit card has been in the market for more than 30 years. Curis is just 5-6 years only. Yeah, that kind of magnitude that Curis have in Indonesia.
That's a lot more than I expected. Okay, for the next one.
So now we're moving on to the topic of security. Does the flexibility of Curis open up the possibility of insecure transactions? And what needs to be developed to have secure transactions?
All of payments, all of retail transactions have that security factor in it, but the question is how much and how do we measure, right? Like I mentioned just now, Curis per month have 87 trillion worth of transactions. How much is the fraud because of that one? Right? It's not even 1 trillion, I guess. Way lesser than that. And it's the same thing. If you transfer, say you quote on bank transfer, can you be deceived by fake bank transfer? You can, right? Transfer ke nomor ini, right? It turns out to be the fraudster, right? Same thing, Curis, if you're not checking clearly, that Curis is not that merchant's Curis, it's the fraudster Curis. That's why financial literacy, financial education is also very important, right? But again, we also should question how much is the loss against the value that we bring because of this technology. Way bigger.
Or you try to measure and minimize the
Of
insecure
course,
transactions.
of course, because the benefit that we got because of these queries is way outweighed the losses, the risk that we have because of these queries, for example, right? And all payment, all transaction by itself has their own risk or fraud. It's just that we have to measure the benefit against the risk.
Are there any ways to mitigate the risk?
In my mind now, the number one, the major thing that is homework for everybody is financial literacy. You have to educate these 180 million adult population in Indonesia that is mostly not like you guys, mostly like farmers, small people at the village. You have to be able to educate them so that they are more aware of this fraud risk thing. If you are more educated, you are more aware of what's going on. Fraudster is not easily able to, tipu our money.
So, regarding the recent Trump case, where he was against the use of QRIS and wanted people to use MasterCard, if people actually stop using QRIS, how would this kind of case impact the digital payment sectors in Indonesia, and what other possible sections might be affected?
Like I mentioned just now, right? It will directly impacting me and you and the 56 million Indonesian that is using that. The transaction worth 86 trillion rupiah per month is triple than credit card. So if we are no longer using that one, my personal opinion, we are going to be in hot water because of that one. And that is not a fair question to ask, right? Again, this is personal opinion. QRIS is our national sovereignty. It's something that really signature for us. It's really something that really impacting the day-to-day Indonesian like us. It's helping our UMKM. It's helping common people like us to be able to transact freely, faster, and with no or minimum cost. Right? So we should be able to defend our own national rights to be the independent. Right? If they want to compete with us, compete. That's okay. Right, but we are in Indonesia, so of course they have to compete with us. And this is coming from a guy that used to be doing the credit card business as well.